At the end of June, I was at the Peace Youth Summit that was organized just before the NATO summit that took place in The Hague, where also our previous Prime Minister and now Secretary General of the NATO was. And there they were creating a manifesto that they offered to him. So at the beginning, there were several keynote speakers, and I was asked to give a keynote speech to inspire the people coming to this summit. So I wrote something for this called We Live in a Dangerous Time. And I thought that it actually would be nice to share it with more people, not just in writing, but also, from me to you directly, let's say, in this video. We live in a dangerous time. In 2020, a global pandemic broke out and we realized how fragile our health can be and how connected our world is. On February 22nd, 2022, my mentor, colleague and friend Veronica Pelicharic left this world, and 2 days later the war between Russia and Ukraine broke out. 6 months earlier, I had become a mother. Veronica had questioned if it made sense to bring new humans into this world. I rebelliously called my daughter Zoe life. We live in a dangerous time. In October 2023, Hamas carried out a terrorist attack on Israel, breaking the siege of Gaza by blowing up the fence and killing more than 700 civilians, including an unknown number by Israel's own army, and around 250 people were taken hostage. What could have been resolved in a few weeks dragged on for more than 1.5 years. Israel completely destroyed Gaza, bombed hospitals and food distribution points, blocked humanitarian aid, and displaced people several times. They also bombed Lebanon, Syria, as well as Iran. Iran retaliated, and also the US got involved. We live in a dangerous time. We may be at the brink of a third world war. In Dutch we say, ik houd mijn hart vast. Literally, I hold my heart. Perhaps best translated as I hold my breath, but it goes a little bit further than just a moment of fear. Yes, I feel afraid. And my heart is also filled with hope. We live in a dangerous time where violence is abound. Security is a very legitimate concern. For true security, we need to break the cycle of violence. Working with young people on navigating conflicts non-violently, I know that war is not necessary. Conflicts can be navigated without violence, with a lot more skill. Instead of the twisted logic of preemptive attacks, retaliation, or just wars, and increasing military spending, we have to invest in learning how to put out fires. Unarmed civil protection organizations are doing this work. They put out fires by calming the nerves and changing the focus. Peace organizations are working on building bridges to counter the increasing polarization. We build bridges by finding commonalities, formulating shared interests, and creative problem solving. These practices need to become more widespread. We need peaceful warriors who do not take up weapons, but learn to wage peace. We live in a dangerous time, and as my friend Rivera San wrote, when fear is used to control us, love is how we rebel. It is not enough to only want peace, we must also know how to build peace and develop the skills to do it. Peaceful rebels must learn to transform the battlefield rather than to defeat an enemy. Peaceful rebels do not only see knowledge as power, but also strive for wisdom, truth, empathy, and compassion. We live in a dangerous time and we want to make our world safe again. Martin Luther King said, "We have guided missile and misguided man." all the nuclear weapons can destroy our world over 10 times. In the West, we consume so much that if everyone would do that, we'd need 6 planets. Our behaviors will lead to a slow, collective suicide. My heart is filled with hope because I see so many young people. Will you join the Great Turning, as Joanna Macy calls it, or what the Dalai Lama calls the revolution of compassion? With intention, practice and courage, everyone can make a conscious choice for a peaceful world. A world where conflicts are resolved without violence. A society with institutions that support peace, in which non-violence is embedded in the culture. A world in which humanity treats this planet Earth and all our fellow inhabitants with respect. Our future is at stake. Let's work together for a future worth living. Let's work together for a peaceful future where we do not just survive, but in which the whole world can thrive. Thank you for listening.